Back at it, uSports Central. It's a Friday. Hey, calm down. You still got some work to do, Charles. Let's take this audience straight through what's big time this weekend, and that's high school hoops. That's what we do here. New Mexico's very first 24/7 sports network here on uSports Network. It's our job to break it down, Charles. The first one I'm going to break it down is something that we don't have local, but it's important to us, and that's the Alamogordo Tigers. They're going to take on the Santa Teresa Warriors, the Desert Warriors.
Warriors!
What do you think?
Okay.
How do you see this?
So Santa T 1-6, Alamo 3-3. I don't know if I can. I don't have a real good read on Alamo. But in 1-6, there's not a lot to say about 1-6. So I'm gonna go with Alamo. It's at Alamo. Who knows? The 12 fans might be there supporting this game. Alamogordo's gonna win.
Whoa, that's a shot.
When you're not that good, the fans don't show up. So
that was a direct shot to Alamogordo and their school and their fans.
Okay, so the score is going to be 56 to 47.
I'm going to pick Alamogordo.
Okay. No love for the Warriors?
The exact same score, 56-47.
Hey, that's a typical Alamo.
The Warriors are 1-6.
I wonder who the one victory came from.
I'm going with Alamogordo. We're both going Alamogordo on that one, right?
So let's get to some schools we know.
Okay, so Frank Castillo has been chasing Jim Holzman.
Yes.
The great Jim Holzman, right? 6 away from a tie, 7 away from the win of all-time wins in New Mexico history. That's a huge accomplishment.
Major.
The problem is his team is 0-4 to start the season. They're going to play Cibola, the Cougars, who slipped up against El Dorado to start the very first game of the season, but have played good since. And they have a nice win against Valley. It's a 3-point win.
They do.
So the Cougars starting to play a little bit better. How do you see this one, Charles?
So Cibola, nice win over Valley. I believe they beat Sandia also. This is a Cibola team that people were expecting to see, that utilize Cunningham, utilize Liddell, get Carpenter, a really good guard, get him involved in this. Coach Rodriguez will always have his team playing really well defensively. This is going to be hard for Frank to get this win tonight. I can't go against Coach Rodriguez tonight. I'm going to go with Cibola winning this game. Well, it's going to be a low-scoring game. Typical Cibola game, 49-42.
Armenta's going to have 4 3-pointers in this one, a guard that needs to get going for the Cibola Cougars. Liddell, he's going to have about 15 and 11 on the inside, and Christian Cunningham's going to be the playmaker difference. I see it going Cougars' way. Coach Ray Rod, I think he's getting a handle on his squad.
Yeah.
I'll see it as 57-50 in a tight game. I'm going to go
Well,
Cougars.
LaQuiva's physical. They're going to bang. They're going to make Cibola earn everything inside. Malik Curry, Overracker, those guys.
Is Devin Horn going to show up? Is he going to shoot like he was shooting against Volcano Vista?
If Horn can shoot like that, kind of open up the inside, let Overracker and Curry do their job, their business down low, I think some things can happen for him. Kahala, if he can hit some threes, someone has to step up for LaQuiva scoring-wise to help out those big guys in the inside. But when you're playing against Cunningham,
panic time if LaQuiva can't start finding out wins here. Their district is very winnable.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They're
El Dorado, who we know hasn't
have
had the best of start to the season. Okay.
Yeah.
There's Manzano, same, and Sandias, who really is hurting right now, and then, of course, Highland. I mean, the win total for this district has been atrocious so far.
Yeah. If you're LaQuiva, Frank Castillo, he's been around a long time. He's been on the block a long time. He's not going to panic. He's going to say, guys, we can develop. The district is very winnable. And at the end of the day, as you know from coaching, just like me, all that matters is district. Get better now. District time come around, you get you some wins, you can slide right into the tournament. So I think Frank's okay developing these guys into their new roles. If he can get those big guys to keep doing what they're doing right now, double-doubles. Overracker and Curry are double-double machines right now. You just need those guards to step up. And if Horn can do that like he did last game, I think they'll have a good game. But not tonight. I think Cibola is just going to take it, man. I can't change my pick.
Okay. I'm going to move it along now. Manzano's going to take on the Rio Grande Ravens.
That's a good one.
This is at Rio Grande, Charles. Now, Rio Grande fresh off a W against El Dorado, at El Dorado, a win at La Cueva on the buzzer. So 2 wins against District 2 6A, though they did lose to Sandia pretty bad earlier.
Yes.
But this is a chance to get 3 wins against that district. This is huge for Coach Sean Jimenez and Jordan Brooks and that pesky Rio Grande team, who now has an inside presence with Miguel Rodriguez and also Dakota Yancey. How do you see this one going?
Well, Manzano struggled. They lost to a Belen team that's, frankly, they're okay. It's not a bad Belen team, but you lose to Belen at home the new coach, Orel, just trying to figure out the different pieces. Holloway's a great guard for them. I think he needs a little bit more help. But Rio Grande, as you mentioned, they have Gamboa. They have Rodriguez. You have Moore. You have Jordan Brooks. You have all these kids that are playing really well at a high level. Yancey, the young fella, with the footwork, as you mentioned. I think Rio Grande at home, confidence, they're riding high. 2 really good wins under their belt. I'm going with the Ravens in this one. I'm gonna go high scoring for them, like a 72-63 type of game.
I'm going to go 44-41, and I'm going to agree just because I just saw them play the other night, and I'm believing in Sean Jimenez's crew. So I'm going to go Ravens in a really tight one, low-scoring game. I think Manzano's very scrappy. The one thing I saw about Rio Grande that I didn't like is Rio Grande, Charles, they didn't knock down their free throws at the end of the game, kind of kept El Dorado hanging around somehow, even though El Dorado went 1 for 14 from the three-point line. I still can't get over that stat. But they really couldn't close out the game. Now, is Jordan Brooks going to be the guy that can close it out, get to the free throw line, hit his free throws? Marshall Moore, these guys have to step up. They've got to be big, but I believe Rio Grande's going to get by this test, and they're going to be looking good. They're going to be 4-2 if they can get that win against Manzano with 3 wins against District 2-6A.
Learning how to close out games, that's the key to young teams. Albuquerque had the same way last year. They couldn't close out games. This year, they're closing them out. Rio Grande's in the same boat. Same team coming back, a lot of returners. Sean Jimenez, really good coach, going to get his guys nice and scrappy. They're a lot more disciplined this year than years past. I like what I'm seeing, but you're correct. To close out games, to be considered a good team, you have to knock your free throws down because you know if you can't make those free throws, these teams out here, they'll come back, shoot some threes, and all of a sudden you're losing these games. They'll knock down the free throws, and all will be well in Ravenland.
Well, let me ask you something, Charles. Out of the 2 metro area games that we just talked about, La Cueva, Cibola, Rio Grande, Manzano, who do you think needs to win the biggest tonight?
I would have to go with La Cueva for this reason. Not because of Frank chasing the record or whatnot, for your team's confidence. You can only for so long tell the kids, well, it's a growing process. It's a growing process. It'll come around. Eventually, a lot of these close games that are going other teams' ways, La Cueva need to win one of these close games, or your kids start to get down on themselves. Other than that, I think they're good. Manzano's still they're in a good position, but you don't want to be 0-5. You need to get
Believe it or not, I'm going to go with the Rio Grande Ravens. And the reason being, real quick, Charles, is because their district is murderous.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a
get all the
gauntlet
wins
with West Mesa and Valley and Albuquerque High.
West
So
Mesa.
I think they need to get these early wins going into district play. We'll see how that all plays out. We got a lot more to break down. Come on back. It's uSports Central. Happy Friday to you.